So, but to begin with, we're going to do our classic TableBot challenge, the TableBot challenge. Let me think. This August meeting is like a box of chocolates, okay? The June meeting is always a big one with the potluck dinner and stuff, and you know, everybody's kind of ready to go. August, there's a bit of a lull, and then everybody's kind of back into it for October. And October is the perfect month for a roboticist with Halloween and so forth. So there's a lot of animatronics that goes on. So, let's see here. I want to thank everybody for putting up with me and these challenge meetings. I think they're really a great thing. You know, you got to have a deadline to force you to create, and so, you know, here's this deadline, and nothing happens till it's breathing down your back, and the next thing you know, you put some time, energy, and effort into it, and sometimes it works out. So, how many people brought robots this evening? Show of hands. Hang on, keep them up, keep them up.
Any kind of robot? Or?
Any kind. Who brought a robot this evening? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to hold you to this. 5. Wait, there were more hands earlier. Come on. Alan, 6. Michael? You didn't bring your robot?
Not today.
Almost. 5, 6, 7. Okay. We got about 10 or 11. That's okay. We can do better. We're going to do this in like 5 events. Okay. The big event's actually the last one, which is Rung What You Brung. And this is really what the Homebrew Club's all about. It's building your robot, okay? And your robot hopefully doing what it is you want it to do. But at the very least, it's also kind of backwards too. Let me get a running start at this. So in 2003 at the special interest group, there was a bunch of us lamenting the lack of building in the club. And we observed that it happened when we did contests. We had a line following contest on maze busting. But these contests, there were winners and there were losers, and they always had these fixtures that you had to set up and maintain and store and so on and so forth. So we're trying to figure out what to do. At the time we met at the Castro Middle School Library, which is full of tables. And we talked about doing tabletop soccer, which is non-trivial. We were like, well, we could put nets around it to catch the robots and stuff, but that would be setup. And we wanted to do something. We knew we had dozens of robots in the club. We wanted something for them to do, but we didn't want to have to do any setup. And that's when it was born, the TableBot. The TableBot is a robot that survives, lives, and plays on a table or pays the price, okay? And so how do you get there? You get there in phases. We decided to do these all show and tell meetings in the months of, this was 15 years ago, okay? June, August, and October. And the idea was that you would do phase 1, you know, in June, you know, phase 2 in August, and then phase 3 in October. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road. I brought the Club Bug here. It's a perennial TableBot and Arduino based. And last month I got certificates for phase 2 and 3, and I noticed I didn't get phase 1. So I'm going to run the robot and have him go from one end of the table to the other and back, and that way I can update my certificate. We've got these wonderful certificates that Chris Meyer has produced, suitable for framing. Let's see here. Yes. Ooh. So I've got phase 2 and 3 on here. I'll soon have the complete ticket, he says, before he successfully does this. So without any further ado, this is a Club Bug and attempting phase 1. Oh, this is not going to be good. Hang on. I'm often accused of working on my robots while I'm demonstrating.
And technically, phase 2 and 3 have to be done without cheating.
Hey, well, they can be a little cheese ball, though.
Yeah. Chris, you forgot to add the word camp to the end of that, I believe. Okay, just giving you that time.
I'm having a bad enough time. Give me a minute here. After all that build-up, golly. Hang on a sec. I know what the problem is. The problem's power. Always be suspicious of power.
Battery?
Batteries, that's another popular thing to blame things on. Do we have another TableBot? Mark?
This robot is a medium-sized or small ROS-based robot that is built around a BeagleBone Black, and I don't necessarily need to get a certificate for this because this is sort of like the TableBot challenge, but involving little AR tags. So the robot, if all goes well, is going to go to one side of the table and come back to the other side. Then it'll tell me how long the table was, which is just because it can. I like to do that. Then when it's on the other side, it's supposed to turn around, much like this, and go forward to find that tag on the far side of the table right there, which is number 4. And then grab it as best it can in this. Find tag 5, which is sagging badly, but maybe it'll be okay. And push the little tag over into the thing. So I used to have a claw on this that I made up and stuff like that, but the claw's a little bit delicate for the demo because it has to be spot on. And I'm having some grief with the wheel odometry, which is the servo controllers that are running off of this thing called a RoboClaw and back, is slightly out. So the robot tends to kind of pull to the right. And I've tried to correct that, but there was just not enough time to do it right because I didn't want to screw up the entire show. So here we go. We're going to start, and he's got a little webcam, and at first he's not going to really care about what he's looking at. He's just going to go one side of the table, sense the far side, turn around, and come back.
Phase 1.
Yeah, that's phase 1. So he's kind of warming up right now. While he's doing that, we're having some grief here with this thing falling over. So I'm going to take this precision piece of engineering, utilizing such modern components as cardboard and toothpicks and stuff like that. Oh, here he goes. He's on his way. He doesn't need the tag yet because he's not really looking for it, so I can still... Wow, that was actually not bad. He's doing better here. Maybe it was my table at home, and now rotating was a problem at home. He wouldn't go 180. That's pretty good. That's pretty close. See, he's doing that off of the wheel odometry, and I don't have quite the right parameters for the diameter of the wheels, how many encoder ticks it is, etc. And so I didn't get it all tuned. But actually he's doing not too bad. I had to give him a little bit of a push, about 5 degrees, to get him back on track. So now he's up to here. He says the table is 166 centimeters. Verification from the judges, please.
Phase 1. That's phase 1.
Now what he's doing is he's using the cam, actually, unless the cam didn't start, which I forgot to check here. But we're on our own now, and he either has the cam running or he doesn't. If he doesn't, it's a shorter show. I'm doing a ROS topic list, which is a way of looking at the... Oh, there he goes. He found number 4, so he's going to rotate a little bit towards number 4, like so. And if I had the laser turned on, which I decided to turn it off for this demo, because if he went a little wild and crazy and did my bidding, he may blind you all. So I decided to unplug it for this demo. He knows how far it is to the tag. So assuming the odometry, it's drifting a little to the right. I'm going to cheat slightly and push that into there. So that's a cheat, no certificate.
He didn't push it off. He found it though.
No.
Well, he found it and he went towards it, but because he's kind of going off to the side, he didn't get to it properly. This other bot for the side to side goes about 2/3 of the way, looks for it again, corrects, and etc.
The 4-bot?
Yeah, but this
So
one,
excited.
this one doesn't do that. So now he's looking for tag 5, and
So you got a phase 1 already.
I think he should see tag 5.
That's the goal. Funny looking shoebox.
Yeah, except for it might not be bright enough down there.
We're not proud.
Little assist. Oh, now he's going into this. He's all set up to accept a whole bunch of meta commands and do all these things. So when this demo first started, he was loaded all these commands into this big queue, like go forward till you hit the edge of the table, turn around, when you get there is another command, all that sort of stuff. And he's working his way through all those commands right now. So he's kind of like, you give him a bunch of instructions and he goes off and tries to do all these smart things. Look at Object 5. He has seen Object 5. Whether or not he actually adjusts searching, no, he's back to searching. Okay, the demo is almost over for this one, so any questions? Yeah, we'll give him one last chance here. If he doesn't find it on this time, we'll call it quits. But on www.mark-world.com, you can look up FiddlerBot. I have proof with a video of him actually doing this.
I've seen it. So I've seen it.
And he's seen it. So he does do it, but he's not happy right now. Look, it says look at 5. He did say look at 5. And now he's turning towards it. So, okay. By the way, I took his little goodie away, so I'm going to put that back in there. So we did cheat. Go on record for that.
You got phase 1.
Yeah. Up, and he's searching again. That concludes the show. Thank you very much. Anyway, he's all lost base. He's got some cool stuff. He's got a web server. He's got an ability to enter these meta commands I mentioned in the web server, download files with meta commands in them, tell him to start doing them, and so forth. And today he's been a naughty boy, so he's going to go to sleep now.
Ain't that the way it goes, though?
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Mark
you.
Johnson, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to use your smaller table here.
Yeah. Well, you want me
All
to
right.
help
Just
you
as soon
move
as,
it?
well, as soon as I stepped off, the club bug started working, so
Oh.
isn't that the way that goes? So I shall attempt phase 1. You folks are easily amused.
We were all holding our breath on that one.
It wasn't amusement, that was
What?
surprise.
What could possibly go wrong?
How is it finding the edge?
Good question. Infrared. It's an Arduino with continuous rotation hobby servos and the ultrasonic sensors facing downward. Thank you. Thank you.
Which Arduino?
Now let's go for a phase 2.
Which Arduino are you?
Thank you. Arduino Mega.
Megan?
Oh!
Oh, well.
He didn't quite get it off. Let's see. Let's try it again. Come on, baby. You can do it. Yes.
All
Phase 2. Phase 2. Wait, there's more. Okay, this is the goal. This is a proper goal. It's a shoebox. And here's the tape. Hang on a second there. Stop. Okay, not teeth ball at all. Come on, baby, you can do it. Oh, he refused it.
Somebody turn off Chris's webcam.
Oh, this is bad.
Oh, no.
I saw that go off that third sticker.
Hey, he's already got a phase 3, so it's okay. Oh, I just wanted to do the little dance. That's all I wanted. All right, thank you. Okay, you folks are too kind, really. Okay, Marco, you got anything?
That's my little TableBot.
We shall see.
It didn't really change much over the years. It got Pi 2 in the meantime. Otherwise, it's a Dexter hi-hat, so interface to Lego pieces, Lego sensors, and motors.
Can't quite hear you.
What?
Can't quite hear you.
It has Pi 2 and a Dexter board on top of it.
Talk louder.
No. Let's try a phase 1.
Oh, okay, good.
Camera's giving us a nice shot of your back.
Come on, do it. Wake up. So now it's actually calibrating the sensor, hopefully.
Now we've got your head.
Okay, let's try a phase 2. Yeah, right now it still has to calibrate the sensors again. Hopefully, eventually it will turn and go for the cube. And I really like my displays, so see what the robot is actually doing.
Phase 2. Ooh, you got phase 1 and 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's.
So if you put 2 of these on the table, one of them is not going to remain there?
That's something that might be fun. Marco Mothal, ladies and gentlemen, you got phase 1 and 2, right?
Yes.
TableBot George Taylor, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Well, this one I've used several different times during several different times come in here to do different things. And I had it actually rigged up to do phase 3, 2 and 3 tonight, but then I thought, well, it's phase 2 night, so I lobotomized it. So it now only has the, hopefully, phase 2 in it, okay, because it's faster. Okay, so let's see here. Mine works. Aha. Oh, there we go. Helps turn on all the switches. Let's see, let's give it a reset. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Guess what? Okay, in the processor coming up here, it's got a servo locked up. Okay, whoop, nope. This is interesting. That's a new quirk. I hadn't seen it do that before.
It's alive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go.
This is runaway artificial intelligence we've heard about.
Okay, now I had a lockup problem in the corner, but let's see if it's going to do that all right.
Actually, George, I realized the fault of this is, notice your grabber is like 3 times as wide as If I had to grab her like that, I would have been able to grab that camera.
Well, I thought about building one. The grabber is the width of the
Yeah,
table.
exactly, right.
You know.
And just sweep it.
That's been done.
Yeah.
Tony Pratt-Canis did that early on. He had this thing just wipe the whole table. It was done.
For some reason, not working well.
Because you're demoing.
It's a demo. So the idea is that he came up with an Android app that I can just as easily as having the autonomous program running on the bot itself, is I can just use this to move him around manually.
So I saw his access point come up and then drop out again. So it may be that the access point is dropping out periodically.
That could be it. Yeah. There's no connection.
Are you connecting to HeffeBot from that? When you
Yeah.
do
Let
this?
me check and see. No, I got Mark's Toys. Who's Mark?
Oh, that's me and the router.
Mark, go. Turn your thing off.
Hijacked you.
Yeah, let me just see quickly if I can get this. This is kind of cool that you can.
There is no more Mark toys.
There we go. So it's all the same hardware, all the same mechanism. It's just that this application happens to know what his hotspot is, and just connects up as much as my autonomous program knows what localhost is. So there you go. That's FiddlerBot. So next time, shoving this into a goal. Thank you.
All right, any more TableBot? Oh, Ralph Hips is back for more. Back for more.
Is out of gas or something.
Yeah. Arthur, I may need some audio-video help here.
Okay, let's try this again.
Take two. Ralph Hips,
Coming back will be a challenge.
phase one.
Just test it out, see how it goes.
You're not going to stand here. So
Yeah, it actually moved. Hooray.
Are you standing here center of the table, or do you have
You
guts?
know, he's not going to go off the end, but he might go off one of the sides. So I'll stay close by. See how he does. Come on, baby. Talk to him right here. That's it. Oh my God. He's going to go straight. It's a miracle, ladies and gentlemen. It's a miracle.
Amen.
Unbelievable. It's his victory dance. Yeah, he did it. Unbelievable.